Peter, it's Dad, of course, and Mom told me to just go ahead and to make this, although we consulted on what we were going to say. Frank asked, he wanted to know what we would wish for you. And we said we would wish for you that the Grizzlies start playing again and that they win a title. We would wish for that. We would wish that Duke is open in the fall and that Duke wins a title. But mostly, honestly, we would wish for you a life filled with laughter and friendship and love and meaning. I want you to know that whatever part of the world you occupy, you, Peter Calkins, is by your very presence a kinder, more thoughtful, happier place. I think you should know that because it's one of the truths that I know about you. I want you to know that about yourself. And maybe even as you're aware of that God-given gift, to use it, as I'm sure you will, in the service of others. We love you, Peter. We're very proud of you. And go Duke. Oh, one more thing. I wish for you to have better haircuts than the one that you gave me.
Sophie.
Hey.
This is not in any way what we had planned for you. And I'm sure it's not what you wanted either. This has been a weird and rough month in what has been a really hard year for you. But we are so proud of what you have done and how you have come through this and where you will be going. You've shown integrity, you've shown positivity, you've shown amazing leadership, and we're so proud of you, and we can't wait to see what your next years will hold for you. It's going to be great. We know you'll do well.
Hey Sophie, we're really excited for you. We won't even tell you how many takes we've had to do at this, but your mom has worked really hard for you to be in some of the spots that you're in right now, and it's understatement to say it's been a really rough time, but we are extremely proud of what you've accomplished and how you have worked through the time period, and it's just so fantastic that you're getting to go to the school that was at the top of your list. We're so excited about that. We can't wait to see what you accomplish. we apologize about the leaf blower. Like we said, it's hasn't been perfect, but we really are excited to see what comes next for you and what you accomplish. You are one of our 2 proudest achievements, and we get to see you go first, and we just can't wait to see what you look like in 5 or 10 years and just how much you've accomplished. And we love you more than we can ever express.
Helen, some of my first memories with you were when you were a little baby and we'd spend father-daughter time together in our first house in Mount Pleasant, and I would whisper in your ear, you're going to be a blessing to others. And I've been amazed how that's really become true. You've been a blessing to this family, to your friends, to your school, and to your church.
We've always been amazed at how you're able to excel at anything you decide you want to do, like swimming, playing the piano, your schoolwork, selling Girl Scout cookies with Lily.
And we're so excited to see where it goes from here as you seek further opportunities away from home in New York and beyond. And we're glad that you're going to take that walk with your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and that you'll truly have an impact on humanity. We love you.
Sarah, Mom and I want to wish you a happy Easter. Even though times are difficult with the horrible virus, we are blessed to be healthy and together as a family. We continue to pray the virus soon gets under control. Mom and I know this is not how you envision spending your senior year in high school. We both remember your pre-kindergarten interview like it was yesterday. 15 years later, you are blessed to graduate from a school you love with friends that you'll have for the rest of your life.
You have worked so hard in school, which is allowing you to attend the university of your choice and pursue a curriculum you have talked about since the 3rd grade. You will be heading off to school in the fall and are fortunate to continue your education and make new friends. You have handled the current adversity very well, despite the severity and the magnitude of the crisis. This can be attributed to your strong faith, courage, and resilience.
Mom and I love you very much and are so very proud of you. Continue to stay strong and lean on your faith during these difficult times.
We love you.
Love you.
Abigail Bridgewater Apple, Abigator, our Abs.
In the beginning, the rising sun and beautiful sky on the day that you were born, and the setting sun's glow over Mobile Bay. Those dawn and dusk marked your early months. But with our move to Memphis, you traded those lapping waves on the Gulf for the ever-changing current of the Mississippi River.
Soon, you'll move on to the windy shores of Lake Michigan and the many bridges of Chicago. We fully expected to be celebrating you with other seniors in Montgomery Hall. Your class would have been the first to depart from the renovated Jones Building. You've spent a lot of time at Idlewild, so we think it's fitting to think about the spaces and the places, but more importantly, the people at Idlewild and God's impact on your life through them over the past 17 years.
You were baptized in the chapel at an 8:30 service, and Kate Foster Connors preached a sermon from Exodus about the water's edge. And your Graham and Papa and your great Aunt Lenny joined our family beside the font. Steve Berger sang, "You are called child of God." And you grew up in a church nursery that's now the recreation office or the recreation office, and a preschool classroom, which is now Montgomery Hall.
Your life was shaped by Micah's missionaries and small Samaritans. Miss Mary and Miss Barbara nurtured in you a sense of something greater than yourself, early seeds of a life of faith to be lived in service, a small wooden cross, a treasure to remember. God bless their dedication and leadership in the ways they shaped your heart for service.
You attended more than a meal from the time that you were a toddler in the TK Young Room, and you made friends with all the people, and you would name your prayers from a very early age. You had a birthday in the pottery studio, and then you went outside and played on the playground. But in the pottery studio, you fashioned this pirate ship out of this vision you had in your mind.
You grew from quest into basic. You wrote messages on the Wren wall before it was demolished.
and riding down Poplar Avenue before you got to St. Mary's, but you rode with Meredith. And Tuesday mornings at Panero was the church. It was off-site for you. The few times that your dad and I got to hang around the edges at a very distant table, we could appreciate the ways that the youth from many different schools shared laughter and fellowship and really good snacks.
Frank, AJ, Courtney helped to form your faith in Christ from this place we call church.
Though you were pulled through the waters of baptism in the chapel, it's in the grandeur of the sanctuary and the people that she's held that have stretched and grown your life.
Sitting with me nearly every Sunday, near the Barbies, the Brunos, and Laura and Gina, you learned early on you have to be on the right side so this shoulder can draw you in.
And following worship, you would just head back. You always head back that west wall to hug your Judy and your confirmation mentor, Ann Ferg. And then you swap cool music notes and tunes with her Jim.
Many a supper club table, a women's Wednesday night prayer group, or a hospital waiting room served as church for you.
The pulpit on Youth Sunday, the joy that you and Ellie shared as you leaned into one another and you charged us with the sweet
and salty
communion of the Holy Spirit.
It's that spirit that has covered you on mission trips to New Mexico, Jamaica, and planted a seed in your heart for our Cuba family at Juan G. Hall in Cardenas.
Your passion for justice extends well past 1750 Union Avenue. You've been a dedicated bridge builder since 7th grade and an advocate for the LGBTLIAQ community.
You encourage and push us all to face our history and work for a better tomorrow. And yes, sometimes that's hard. We would be remiss if we did not call out your dedication to athletic pursuits. You are strong, focused, and fierce.
13 years of Taekwondo, Abigail. Its tenets, they've guided your life. Seasons, literally and figuratively, of soccer, basketball, cross country, volleyball, and now track and trail runs, and the muddier,
the better.
Yeah.
You are an extreme athlete. You are Abigail Bridgewater Apple, truly a builder of bridges.
And we will miss you at 1731 Galloway.
We will miss your baking of sweet treats.
We will miss your singing from your bathroom as you bleach your hair or run the shower until the water runs cold.
We will miss your willingness to jump in and help with any tasks. The demolition of a room, moving furniture, changing flat tires for friends and strangers. Just about anything you're ever asked to do.
We will miss your artistic notes, your sketches of family photos and sanctuary windows and treasures.
We will miss your presence.
Because
we love you. May God grant you the courage to continue to explore new spaces and make new friends.
And may Christ give you the peace to thrive wherever you are.
May the Spirit remind you of our love for you, nurtured at the water's edge, mindful of beauty all around.
Mostly grateful for the gift of you.
Go change the world.
congratulations to you and your fellow seniors. Your father and I are very proud of you and the fine young man that you have become. Your faith in God and Jesus Christ, your strong values, the ones inherent in you and the ones you have been taught, and your life experiences have shaped the person you are today. We hope that as you move on to the next phase of your life, that you will always remember where you come from, that you are a child of God. You have been nurtured by this Idlewild community, and we hope that you will always look to the foundation that Idlewild has given to you to guide you in making faith-based decisions. We are very excited to see what's next for you. We will be with you, and so will Idlewild, as your faith journey continues. We love you, Will.
We love you, buddy. Hey, Frank and Idlewild family. Well, this is different. So we're Mike and Gwen, Bruno, George's dad, and we expected to be doing this in the TK Young room as we watched over the years our friends before us. So we're kind of leaning into this new experience, taking it in stride, as is Georgia. So this is her senior year, of course, and it's a different world for her too, with possibly no graduation and a lot of a lack of clarity, regarding a lot of things. So her experience has been upended, but she's taken it in stride because I think deep down she knows what's important in life, and has a pretty good head on her shoulders, and much of that has been shaped by her Idlewild experience. So what I would hope for her is for her to, in the fall, she'll be attending the University of Denver, and hopefully classes will start in real life in person then, but if not, they'll start at some point. But I hope she continues to be the person that she is, strong, independent, and again, shaped by the Idlewild experience, knows someone who knows what is important in life. Mom?
And I just want to tell Georgia how very, of course, proud we are, but also how brave I think she is. And I just remember the time that she played a solo piece in front of a church filled at St. Mary's, all by herself in 8th grade, and she told us about it the night before she was supposed to do it. And then how brave she was when she was 10 years old. She went to camp in North Carolina, not having seen it or knowing anybody, and she has been to music camp in Michigan, and she's just always willing to stretch herself, and I've been very proud of that, and that I hope that she will continue, and I think she will, on that path throughout her life.
Absolutely. We love you, Georgia. Bye.
are so proud of the young man that you've become, and the qualities that you have that we love are your positive, easygoing attitude, your ability to connect with others, and your ability to adapt to almost any situation. When you were a baby, even at 6 weeks old, you were laughing and smiling. And as a young boy, you were willing to do any game that your sister wanted you to play, even if it was dressing up like a princess or being a participant in her many weddings. And as you grew, we noticed how you connect with others, people of all ages and all walks of life, and you're really able to see the good in others. Also, when life has been challenging, you've stayed positive, and your ability to adapt and stay positive is going to serve you well through life, as it has through these really uncertain times. You really have a love inside of you that comes from God, and you share it with the world. And we love you dearly, and we're excited for your new chapter at TCU.
Congratulations, Hugh. Senior night's finally here, and we're happy to celebrate with you. As Mom said, it's been fun watching you grow and mature over the years and in so many different ways. We're thankful that Idlewild has played such a part in your spiritual growth, from Quest to prayer breakfast to basic, and especially the mission trips. Remember that foundation, and it will give you direction, purpose, and perseverance as you enter the next phase of your life. 3 John 1 verse 4 says that I have no greater joy than to learn that my children walk in the truth, and for that I will be eternally grateful. Good luck, have fun, remember that we love you and you've got a big family that supports you. Godspeed to you.
When I was pregnant with you, I was headed to my doctor's appointment to see you on a sonogram for the first time. I was really excited and nervous, and then the first plane hit the North Tower of the World Trade Center. By the time I should have been getting that sonogram, I was instead watching the Pentagon burning in the distance in Washington, D.C. On your 18th birthday, this March, lockdowns began for a global pandemic, and your entire senior year was upended. The world changed, and your future is still uncertain. I think this class of seniors will be uniquely defined by those two events. It's tragic and feels very unfair at the moment, but I also think that having your childhood bookended by these two huge historical moments will shape you and your class. In the past, the graduating classes of 1917 and 18, or the class of 1942, have also been shaped by world events out of their control. And it led to some of the greatest innovation and progress in the years that followed. I look forward to seeing what your class will make of these unusual times. I hope it will give you the compassion, tolerance, resilience, and strength to do great things. For you personally, Morgan, I hope it helps you realize that time should not be wasted, that blessings should not be taken for granted, and that God has a unique path laid out for you. You will have our love and support in whatever path that is. You are such a blessing in our lives, and watching what you make of your future will be a gift for us. We love you.
Morgan, I'm so proud to be your dad. You are one of God's greatest gifts to my life, but it is all the little things that have made me realize how wonderfully blessed I am by your life, the day-to-day things. It's your bright and positive personality, your humor, your intelligence, and your kind heart. I see these gifts of yours almost every day. Over the past 18 years with you, I have so many memories stored in my mind of these traits of yours. It's those many memories that have made my life with you so great. So, my wish for you is that you will always remember to cherish the little things in your life. Don't look ahead too much, always thinking of the big things in your future and what they may be or what they may bring. I encourage you to sometimes just live in the moment. The big things will happen on their own. It's the little things in life that make a life wonderful and blessed. On March 13, 2002, you were born. That was a huge day in my life, and I could never have truly prepared for how wonderful that day would have been, looking ahead to it. Every day since that day, I have stored in my memory the little things that came from that big day. You will have many big days in your life, milestones, but they will be surrounded by the little things that are what make them so wonderful. I so look forward to seeing what great events lay ahead for you, but I look forward more to the little things that lead up to and follow them. I love you.
I'm Carol. I'm speaking for me and Andrew and Ryan, Caroline's brother. Caroline, we wish that you will continue to feel the love of our family and your friends as you pursue the dreams you have for your future. Though the next few months are not the path that any of us expected, we have seen the strength and resolve that you've had to reach this point of venturing off to a really large city and a demanding dance program at NYU. Along with your sensitive heart, your sense of humor, your grounded faith, and some of your spunky monkey attitude that you've had since you were little, we know that you'll take New York City, just like the fearless girl, the statue that is on Wall Street that's become famous for staring down the charging bull. Our blessing for you, when you and I were in New York in early March, I think you remember that Saturday was just a beautiful afternoon in Manhattan. And we were separate for a few hours while you visited with friends. I was crossing Central Park, and then was on the way back to our hotel and stumbled across a quote written on the sidewalk. I think I showed you the picture I took. It said, "Dancers are the athletes of God," and it's credited to Albert Einstein. So I took a picture of it. I thought about the awesome beauty and strength of your talent, but this time with a spiritual bent. God has blessed you with a wonderful gift that so many can behold. You can be a blessing to others with your ability to show us emotion, color, grace, and the unfolding power of God's ongoing creation. So our blessing is to you, is that you continue to feel God's presence in your work as you grow in your skills and your art and make us all better humans each time we see you dance. We love you.
Jack, I want to tell you how proud we are of you, your mother and I, your stepmother, Jennifer, and I, especially how you've matured and become more self-confident, and just how well you've done in school, how well you've done in anything that we've asked you to do these last few years. We know you're going to be a big success in whatever it is that you choose to pursue. What I hope for you in the short term is that you get to experience what we did, which is a normal college experience. It's a difficult time, an unusual time for all of us, and I just hope that you get to enjoy that special time in your life. But regardless of what happens, we know that you're going to handle it because you're a very mature young man and you handle things well. I've been asked to give you a blessing, which I don't feel really comfortable doing, to be honest with you. But I can tell you what I hope that you will carry with you throughout the rest of your life, and that is, I hope you realize that that having questions about things and not being sure about the important things in life is okay, it's normal, and it should not stop you from being happy and content with your life. And I hope that you will recognize that it's important to live life as it comes and to appreciate the good things that you've got as they happen, and just to be happy. That's the most important thing in the world. And that's my hope, and I know it's the hope of Sarah and Jennifer as well. And I can't close without saying just how much we appreciate having you around and how much we're going to miss you when you're off at school.
Hey, Ellie, we are so proud of you. You have done so well. I wish that COVID-19 had not hit when it did. It's part of your senior year experience, but it did, and you're dealing so well with it. I hope nothing but the best for you. You've done so well through all your life and all of your experiences. I think that you're going to just thrive in college, wherever you decide to go. When you were 3 years old, I said, I love you, baby. And you told me then, I am not a baby. And I grabbed you and I hugged you and I said, you will always be my baby.
Mm-hmm.
And you are. And I love you.
Ellie, we're both so proud of you and look forward to seeing what you will do with your life. You've gotten off to a great start, both at school and at church, and certainly socially. So we are just very anxious to see how it all intertwines and plays out. We wish only the very best for you, Ellie. We love you very much.